Have you ever had one of those random shower thoughts, those random late evening thoughts? Well, I've just had one of those myself, and you know what? I just kind of realized that, maybe, just maybe us Filipinos are really bad at money. Okay, like isipin mo na lang ganito, like by default, nung kapitbahay mo palagi nangungutang sa'yo whenever they want to buy something, and hindi pa nila babayarin agad ng utang, and then whenever i-call out mo sila, sila pa usually nung manggagalit kahit sila na mismo nung hindi nagbabayad sa mga debts and obligations nila. It's shit like that, right? But I've never thought that this culture of financial irresponsibility would seep into our very own digital payment platforms. Okay, like GCash has had its own issues regarding phishing scams, and there are also like legitimate security vulnerabilities that were discovered. At least as of my recent reading, as of like September 2022. Well, that's already patched, but anyway, that's besides the point. So yeah, GCash is the most popular payment platform in the Philippines. Had its own issues, but we also have other platforms like Maya, for instance. And like for a brief period of time, a lot of people admired Maya, because of GCash's issues, right? And you can't really blame people for like fully entrusting Maya because what kind of makes Maya different is that it's supervised by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. So like it's literally a government supervised payment processing platform, and it kind of makes you question what could possibly go wrong, right? Tr- Uh, well, that's what we're about to find out through Maya's own terms and conditions right here. So, Section 6 reserved rights, and this was brought up by a Facebook post from the Philippine IT Security Forum's Facebook page. A wonderful page. I hope you check it out. But anyway, this particular section right here is pretty controversial, and we're going to read it together to find out exactly why. So, Section 6.1 states that you understand and agree that Maya reserves the right at its sole discretion but without obligation to deny access to and/or discontinue the services or any component thereof to anyone at any time, temporarily or permanently, without giving any reason and/or prior notice to you. You hereby irrevocably agree, affirm, and warrant to hold Maya free from any liability, both under equity and the law, arising or that may arise out of any such denial of access to or the discontinuance of these services. So, to break down the legalese for you, what Maya is essentially saying here under Section 6.1 is that they have the full power to terminate your account without any prior notice, and you can't do jack shit about it. Okay, even as simple as just trying to find out why your account got terminated, and let alone trying to recuperate the amount of money that is now locked into your My account. You can't do that. And I hope I don't have to further explain why this is such a very malicious thing to have, especially for a large payment platform like Maya, because this essentially betrays the fundamental principle of trust that we entrust to these large financial institutions like Maya and like our traditional banks, right? We essentially entrust these institutions to you know to like kind of store our money for us, and we entrust them that they give us the ability to withdraw and deposit money at any time. And now you have Maya over here that will just outright uh outright assert dominance over you and just say na, hey, doesn't matter if you have 500,000 on your account. We have like the full right to just terminate that at like any time, and you can't do shit about it. And I think what really frustrates me about this particular issue is that realistically Maya doesn't even have to do this. Like there's really legitimately no reason to do this. It's not like Maya has like a lack of resources to do this. Like, come on, you just have to send like a notification to a person that their account is gonna be terminated. It's not like you need an entire server farm just to do that. I mean, hell, if you take a look at other payment platforms like PayPal, for instance, even they at least have the decency. Take a look at this. According to PayPal user agreement, if we close your PayPal account or terminate your use of the PayPal services for any reason, will provide you with notice of our actions and make any unrestricted funds held in the balance of your balance account linked to your personal account or in the balance of your business account or any money waiting to be claimed through your personal account if you do not have a balance account linked to your personal account available for withdrawal. Okay, so I know that the last part's kind of got a bit messy there, but essentially the point is with PayPal, at least if they are going to terminate your account, they will number one provide you notice of their action. Okay, they will provide you notice that you are gonna get like kicked out of PayPal. But two, and more importantly, they're at least still gonna give you a chance to recover the amount before your PayPal account gets locked down. So at least PayPal is out here generously giving out second chances, while Maya out here is just generously giving out middle fingers to all of their customers. Doesn't matter. Again, if it doesn't matter if you have like 500,000 in your account, 1 peso in your account. If Maya just feels like power tripping, they can just say, well, sorry, sir, fuck you. Like if you just call in their customer service one day and then ask them, sir, ma'am, bakit po na-terminate tong my account ko? I mean, you might as well customer service will just outright tell you, sir, pasensya na po, tang ina mo na lang po. Well, that's exactly what section 6.1 of Maya's terms and conditions are saying, and it's absolutely abhorrent. And I think what's even uh more angering about this issue is the fact that this has apparently been going on for a long time. So if you take a look at this Reddit thread right here, apparently even just 1 year ago there were already incidents where users already got their account suddenly closed down without any reasonable explanation. Now fortunately this user was able to get their account back. Oh no, sorry. At least there was one user over here in the comments that said they did encounter a similar issue, but at least they got it back just because they threatened PayMy's customer service that they will file a formal complaint to the BSP. So like ganun lang pala, ganun lang pala. It's all it takes ang pala. But no, um, not all people got lucky because there were some others that really never got the help that they got. So according to this one user right here, they can't lift the account no matter how much PayMy's customer service is like willing to explain to them. But here's the fishiest part about this. So this user apparently even attempted to go to Maya's physical headquarters, itself. And this person was literally denied entry to those headquarters. That just makes Maya all the more fishy. And at this point, I would wager that Maya is probably just much more malicious and much worse than GCash at this point, considering that, yeah, they have very, very, these very red flaggish kinds of terms and conditions, on top of the fact that these guys are supposedly supervised by the BSP. And I think that's what makes it all the more scarier because the fact that Maya is supervised by the BSP kind of means that fine, if you have any complaints to them, obviously it will be forwarded to the BSP. But since the BSP is like supervising it and has like probably an interest in Maya anyway, then sure, your complaint will essentially create a conflict of interest, and then BSP have the will probably just have the incentive to just say fuck off to your complaints. So that's what particularly makes Maya's case a bit much more worrying. Now, just earlier, I just received news that apparently Apple is no longer accepting payments from Maya. So you can't even use Maya as a payment method anymore. I don't know if this is like just pure coincidence or if this is related to the whole Maya issue that we just talked about earlier. But anyway, I just find it funny that even Apple is having none of this nonsense. So yeah, essentially, those are Maya's terms and conditions, apparently. So if you have a Maya account right now, and probably you have a lot of money inside that account, I would probably recommend to withdraw that right now because who knows, you might be the next victim of Maya's power tripping. I mean, it'll probably just take one employee to just have a bad mood for you to like you lose your entire life savings, to lose all of your revenues that you made from your online business. It's just insane that just big payment platforms like this, such as Maya, GCash, are having these kinds of issues, considering the amount of people that are using them. But then again, we are living in the Philippines, motherfucker. I mean, we are living in the same place that treats CSV files as like secure databases. All right, like it'll be a goddamn miracle if things like your voter information are stored in like secure SQL databases. I mean, I'm willing to bet right now, maybe your national ID info is probably stored as like a CSV file in someone's Google Drive folder. Not entirely out of the realm of impossibility. So, yeah. Anyway, that's the whole Maya fiasco. Again, if you have a large amount of money in Maya right now, you might consider withdrawing that money. And, probably at this point, just consider regularly liquidating your online money.